Hello everyone, today we are going to explore a topic closely related to the life planning of every young person. That is the current challenge of housing affordability for young people, which is not only a minor hassle in personal life but also closely linked to the globally promoted sustainable development. Nowadays, whether in major cities or the urban areas around us, the rate of housing price increases has been far outpacing the growth of young people's incomes. Many young people work hard to save money after graduation, but after deducting daily expenses and necessary consumption each month, their remaining savings are minimal. Even after saving for several years, there is still a huge gap from the down payment for an ordinary residential property. Owning a stable home of their own has gradually become an unattainable wish for many young people. In fact, stable housing is not merely a simple living space but a key source of security and belonging for young people in cities. With a secure home, they can pursue careers more steadily, plan long-term goals like further education or family life with greater confidence, and build deeper connections with their communities. This stability not only strengthens family bonds but also lays a solid foundation for the harmonious and sustainable development of society as a whole. It relieves young people of the constant stress of housing instability, allowing them to focus more on personal growth and professional advancement. Such security also encourages greater civic engagement, as rooted individuals are more likely to contribute to local initiatives and community well-being. Ultimately, accessible and stable housing for young people is a catalyst for inclusive growth that benefits both individuals and the broader urban ecosystem. In 2015, the United Nations put forward 17 Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs), among which SDG 11 focuses on the development of sustainable cities and communities. Its core is to make cities more inclusive, safer, and more sustainable. Addressing the challenge of housing affordability for young people is a key part of implementing SDG 11. Only when more young people can easily own housing that suits their needs can we truly achieve inclusive growth of cities and make communities more warm and humane. Next, let us delve deeper into the specific challenges young people are currently facing when trying to purchase a home. While owning a home has always been considered a milestone for adulthood, the financial reality for young people today paints a very different picture. For many of us, the dream of buying a home is no longer a symbol of success, but rather a source of pressure and anxiety. Housing affordability has become the single biggest barrier between young adults and a stable future. In the past decade, wages have increased slowly, while housing prices have risen dramatically. Reports show that in many major cities, the price-to-income ratio has reached 15 to 25 times, meaning an average worker would need 15 to 25 years of full income just to afford a home, and that is without spending anything on daily necessities. With figures like this, buying a home feels less like a goal and more like an impossible mission. The monthly financial burden is another critical challenge. Even for those who manage to secure a house, the cost does not stop there. A significant number of young homeowners spend 50 to 70% of their monthly income on mortgage repayments alone. This leaves very limited resources for basic living expenses, emergencies, medical needs, savings, or even planning for marriage and starting a family. As a result, housing stress gradually turns into life stress. The financial sacrifices required to afford housing also force many young people to delay major life decisions. Some are hesitant to start a family, while others postpone personal dreams such as further education, travel, or entrepreneurship. In other words, the affordability crisis is not only about numbers. It is reshaping the entire lifestyle and emotional well-being of our generation. Young people today are not simply asking, "Can we buy a house?" The real question is, can we buy a house and still live a healthy, dignified, and balanced life? This concern strongly aligns with SDG 11, which promotes sustainable cities and communities where housing is safe, inclusive, and affordable for all. Housing should be a foundation for building a future, not a burden that limits it. In this section, I will discuss an important challenge in today's housing issue: resource and cognitive barriers. This challenge includes 4 key aspects: loan difficulties, shortages of affordable housing, lack of financial and housing knowledge, and insufficient savings planning, which greatly affect people's ability to enter the housing market. First, loan difficulty. In recent years, banks have tightened their lending requirements. According to the Star, more than 50% of first-time home loan applications were rejected in 2024 in Malaysia. The main reasons include low income, high debt ratios, and weaker credit scores. This means that many young people, even with stable jobs, struggle to qualify for a mortgage. Second, the shortage of affordable housing. Although the government has introduced programs such as Par 1 Ma, the supply still cannot meet the demand. Malay Mail reported that over 40% of Par 1 Ma projects were delayed or not completed on time. Rapid urbanization has also reduced the availability of low-cost homes, forcing many households to wait years before securing an affordable unit. Third, insufficient financial and housing knowledge. Many young people are not familiar with interest rate changes, long-term housing costs, debt service ratios, or other essential concepts. According to a 2023 financial literacy survey, only 1/3 of young adults knew their actual debt ratio, and more than half said they were unsure about the full cost of buying a house. This knowledge gap makes the home buying process more challenging. Fourth, lack of savings planning. With the rising cost of living, it has become harder for young people to save enough for a down payment. Bank Negara data shows that the average savings rate among urban youth remains below 10%. Student loans, installment payments, and daily expenses further limit their ability to build long-term savings. These challenges are not unique to Malaysia. Looking at Singapore, we see similar issues, though expressed differently. Although the HID system is well established, young people still face high housing prices, long waiting times, and knowledge gaps. For example, the median resale HID price in 2024 exceeded 550,000 SGD, making first-time buyers save longer and face higher monthly repayments. Many young couples applying for BO flats must wait 3 to 5 years before receiving their new homes. Furthermore, despite the CPF system, some young adults are still unsure about CPF withdrawal rules, mortgage interest rates, and long-term cash flow planning, which increases financial stress and uncertainty. In short, whether in Malaysia or Singapore, young people trying to enter the housing market face a combination of financial constraints, limited housing supply, and insufficient knowledge or planning. Addressing these resource and cognitive barriers requires not only more accessible housing options but also better financial education and clearer, easier to understand policy guidance. The 2 core pillars of the solution. Complete and effective solution to the youth housing challenge must involve 2 dimensions: external environmental support led by the government, and internal capacity building for individuals. This is the essence of optimization of government policies and financial literacy promotion. 1. Optimization of government policies. Of government policies creating an affordable housing environment. What it is. This refers to the government's role in creating, revising, and implementing policies to lower the barriers to homeownership, increase housing supply, and provide direct financial support from a macro level, thereby creating an affordable housing market environment for young people. Core objective: to solve the problem of opportunity, ensuring that suitable houses exist on the market and that young people are eligible and have the means to acquire them. Examples: Malaysia Youth Housing Scheme provides 10% down payment assistance, Solving the problem of the initial seed fund. Par 1 MA scheme offers units at 2030 below market price, directly increasing the supply of affordable stock. My First Home scheme enables 100% financing, removing the down payment hurdle. 2. Financial literacy. Promotion policy awareness. Empowering individual capability. What it is. This involves enhancing the knowledge and practical skills of potential homebuyers, especially the youth, in financial management, credit knowledge, and the home purchase process through education, awareness campaigns, and counseling. It ensures people don't just know about policies but understand how to utilize them. Core objective: to solve the problem of capability. Equipping young people with sound financial habits, good credit records, and planning skills to seize the opportunities provided by policies. Examples: Malaysia. Collaboration with ACPC provides free courses on credit management, debt planning, and budgeting. Campus financial education workshops in universities, teaching students how to save long-term and maintain credit for future homeownership. Policy roadshows, educating the public on how to apply for schemes like Par 1 MA and the Youth Housing Scheme, increasing policy awareness and uptake. The relationship. Complementary and interdependent policies. Without literacy, the government launches preferential loans, but young people cannot qualify due to poor credit scores or high debt, drastically reducing the policy's effectiveness. Literacy. Without policies, young people manage their finances excellently, builds the bridge, but there are no affordable houses on the market or any financial support, leaving them unable to act. Conclusion. Optimization of government policies. While financial literacy promotion teaches people how to drive across it, only when combined can they ensure young people successfully reach the destination of a place to call home. When we talk about housing for all, it's no longer just about providing a roof. For young people today, the real question is, how do we build communities, not just buildings by 2030? One promising direction is community-based housing design, a model that integrates affordability, social connection, and long-term sustainability. First, mixed use and mixed income design. Instead of separating residential zones from workplaces or commercial spaces, community-based housing blends them together. Young people can live, work, study, and socialize all within walkable distances. This reduces transportation costs, lowers carbon footprints, and encourages spontaneous social interaction. Mixed income design also prevents social segregation, allowing students, fresh graduates, young families, and older residents to coexist within the same neighborhood. Second, co-living and shared facilities. Co-living is no longer just a trendy idea, it's a practical solution for reducing rental costs. Shared kitchens, laundry rooms, creative studios, and community gardens allow residents to access high-quality facilities without bearing the full cost individually. For young people, this type of design supports collaboration, connection, and a sense of belonging, especially in urban areas where loneliness is rising. Third, community hubs that inspire interaction and empowerment. A well-designed neighborhood includes common areas like maker spaces, study nooks, sports corners, rooftop farms, or multi-purpose halls. These hubs encourage residents to meet, co-create projects, organize workshops, and support one another. In this way, housing becomes a platform for social mobility, not just survival. Fourth, sustainability and climate resilience. Youth in 2030 are deeply concerned about climate security. Community-based housing integrates solar panels, rainwater harvesting, green roofs, natural ventilation, and walkable pathways. These features reduce costs and strengthen long-term resilience against environmental challenges. Sustainable design isn't just eco-friendly, it's economically smart for young people who already face financial pressure. Overall, community-based housing design creates inclusive, affordable, and sustainable living ecosystems. something young people see not as a luxury, but as a necessity. As we look toward 2030, young people around the world are redefining what home means. It is not only a private space, but a foundation for identity, safety, community, and opportunity. The youth vision is clear. Housing must be inclusive, welcoming people of different backgrounds, incomes, and abilities. Housing must be affordable, so that young people can build their futures without being crushed by debt or rent burden. Housing must be sustainable, aligning with the environmental values held strong by today's generation. If we hope to achieve housing for all, we must listen to these voices, because the young generation is not only demanding better housing, they are imagining a better future. So as we approach 2030, the message is simple. Homes should not only shelter people, they should connect people, uplift people, and open pathways to opportunity.